Happy Monday, it's Edie K. I hope you had an awesome weekend. Today I want to tell you a quick story. It's actually a story I was reminded about over the weekend that I read a long time ago in a book called Success Principles by Jack Canfield. And since then I've heard this story several times and heard it again over the weekend, so I wanted to share it with you because I think you're going to love it. In 1977, there was a woman, a 63-year-old woman named Laura Schultz, and she picked up the back end of a Buick and lifted it up because it was on her grandson's arm. And before that time, the heaviest thing she had ever lifted was a 50-pound bag of pet food. And an author, Dr. Charles Garfield, read about what happened with Laura, and he wanted to interview her. So he sought out to get an interview with her, and when he went to go see her, he kept trying to ask her about this event, the event where she lifted that Buick off of her grandson's arm. And when he tried to get her to talk about that event, she really was trying to avoid talking about it. She was being really evasive and distracted and seemed very uncomfortable opening up. Well, Dr. Charles Garfield finally got her to open up a little when she admitted that she didn't like to think about what had happened. She didn't like to think about that event. And the reason she didn't like to think about it is because it challenged what she believed about herself in terms of what she could and couldn't do. It challenged her belief about what was possible. In fact, she said to Charles Garfield, "If I was able to do that when I didn't think I could, what does that say about the rest of my life? Have I totally wasted it?" Well, Dr. Garfield convinced her that her life was not yet over. She was only 63, and that she could still do whatever it is that she wanted. So he started asking her some questions about what it is that she wanted to do. What was she passionate about? And she said that since she was a little girl, she's always loved rocks. In fact, she really wanted to study archaeology when she was younger, but her parents couldn't afford to send both her and her brother to college, so her brother is the one that got to go. Well, at age 63, and with a little coaching from Dr. Garfield, Laura did go back to school. She did study archaeology. She got her degree, and she ended up teaching at a local community school. So the reason I wanted to share this story with you today, there's a couple of reasons. First of all, if you're 63 or you're somewhere in that age range and you keep telling yourself, I'm too old to make a change, I'm too old to really go after what it is that I want to do, to go after what it is that I want in my life, this is an awesome example of how it's not too late for you. And that story that you keep telling yourself about being too old to make a significant change is just not true. You still have the rest of your life to do what it is that you want to do. So I want to challenge you to go and do that. And for everyone else who is much younger than age 63, don't wait until you're 63 to realize that you are capable of so much more than you give yourself credit for. You are capable of going out there and making happen whatever it is that you want to make happen. People time and time again exceed their expectations. They become challenged and they become pushed and they do something that they never thought that they would be capable of doing. So I know that you can do the same. Again, I'm Edie K. I hope that video helped you. If it did, if you liked that story and you know that it could impact somebody else, then I would love it if you would share it. Like it on Facebook, tweet it on Twitter, email it to somebody else that you care about, but get this information out there so that people can really start going after the incredible life that they're capable of. If you like these videos and you don't want to miss any of them, come on over to ediek.com, that's ediekay.com, and enter your name and email address there. When you sign up on my website, you also get notification of any other content that I put out there for you, as well as updates on programs and events that might be coming up. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to talking to you next week.